and welcome. In this section, we will learn how to build complete notes application to record your notes using cover data. So, for example, if someone click add, you want to add a new note like meet my friend and whatever want he some details as to go to meet my friends whatever in Starbucks, whatever you want to write. So when you're done, just click save. All these data will be saved in the cover data. So now when he click back, he would see that comment is already added in the down. Here is it, meet my friend. You could also like edit any notes. When just click for this note, edit this one, ex my test, save it. When you go back, you will see it edited. You could delete any one of the if you would like. So in this section, we will learn a lot. We will learn how to work with cover data, how to add inside the cover data table, how to edit specific row, how to delete specific row, how to create multi view controller, and how to use segue to pass from one control to another using code or using the UI, and more details we will learn in this application. So let's get started step by step to build our my notes application. Hey and welcome. Let me start step by step to build our note application. So to get started, I will create a new project and I will click next. I will name this one my notes app. Okay, so this is very basic application to do notes. But you know what? Because I want to work with cover data to save my information in the SQLite database, I need to enable use cover data. So make sure to check this one. Then click next. Then yeah, here we go on iOS. Then click OK. So he will create this project for us. What I will do, I will start this video just design the layout for ad. Okay, before I go through this file, this is a new file that I added for cover data. I will talk about it next video. But in this video, let me just design the UI for ad operation. So what do you think what I want to add as a note? Let me import something about text field. So text field, I will add this one to add here the title of the note. And also, I will ask him to add some description about the note here, this one. If you see this one, tap text view because I could add multi-line here. And I would add a button for save. Okay, so here you go, this is my button. And don't forget, I want to add tab in the top, like someone could go to the next page or previous page. So I look for navigation bar, this one. So the idea this is navigation bar. So tab in the top of the page. So I say add notes, just give it this one. And later on we will add buttons inside it, like button to go to the, for example, I add a navigation bar. If I look for button, I would see navigation bar buttons, this type of the button bar item. For example, I say I show all notes. He will show you all the notes that we have it. Okay, or I say all notes, so he will show you all the notes. When you click on it, he show you all the notes that saved it. I will implement that part later on, but this part I will just start to pin everything. So this is the top one, should be 0 from all the places, and pin it. And this one should be pinned also from the 0 from the top 44. Cool. And this one should be pinned by what? Again 0 before this one, before save it. I just better for me just click control, drag it here, leading and training, add constraint. Then I say, hey, I need this one to be only pinned in the top. And what about the button? Okay, this button I need it to be pinned from two places. This side and this side will be enough for me to pin it. So here I would name it add, or yes, add, or I name it save, whatever you would like. If you just see this button, it is better for me to change this to the button. So it's better to click here and say change it this way. If you see the color of the font you don't like it, you could change the text color hopefully to the white. But if you see the button size it's not good, so I would say, hey, my button, I want it to be fixed width and fixed height, so he will not change the width of the button. So here we go. I don't need to change the color of these, but what I need to add here, I need to add here some placeholder. I say, for example, note, I say enter notes title, and I would suppose here someone note description. It is better for me just to remove everything from it, and boom, that is just remove everything. So he would now here will write. So how he now here he have to write something. It's better to change the background color. So he now, this is the place for writing something. So look like this color. I would see he now here he have to enter the description. So very basic UI. I just need to connect it with the code. So make sure to click this one. So I will not go back again and I click this part. So what I will have, I have these parts. I no longer use this one. I don't need on memory warning. I need just only this part. So okay, and here this is the title one. So this one you say, okay, this is the title. So just to bring it here, I name it txt title in this way. And what about this one? This one should be txt description. What about this one? Should be button click. So just click on it and name it bu save. Okay, yes, everything now is ready. About this one should be action. So boom, everything is cool. I think now everything is cool. If you want to do more, for example, the UI, you want it to be nicer, okay, you could do it. It is your UI, it's not mine. So you could just click enable this one, enable this part. You say, okay, the view, I don't like it to be this background. I want to change it to a different color. You are free to select any colors from these, like these colors or whatever color that you would like to do it, select it. So yes, this is very basic layout. So let's go to the next video and start write our database code. So for here, thank you for watching and see you next. Again, in the previous video we completely designed the UI for ads. So I have filled for ad title and description. Now I want to create the table. So to create the table, I will go to this file that he added for me, my notes app. So if you see here, I could add entities. So every table will represent as entities. So think about you want to save notes. Notes have title and have description. So should be you should have table. So table name it entity. So to do that, click add entity, we'll see this one. Let me just double click on it and I will name it my notes. Okay, this entity will hold my notes. So what this entity could save, what you could save in the table, I could save two things. The title of the notes should be data type for a string, because I need to save string in that field. And also, what more, I need to save the details of the notes. So I say details in this way. Okay. Then this one also should be a string. So because I suppose the data for a string. I would save also the time that he records the note. So I say here, I would name it the date save it or anything underscore save it. Make sure everything in a small case. Then here you give it the data time. So you click here, you say this one, date. So here you select the data type for your entity. So now, okay, I have my notes, I want to save it here, and you define the field that you want to have it in your table. So just make sure when you complete this one, just click on clean project or click bold. So he will try to integrate bold. He will try to integrate this new schema to your project, so you could use it. So now I have everything ready. So let me go to the app delegate. So instead of access to app delegate in my application, to access to app delegate in my application, I have to say UI application shared.delegate. So instead of to write all that one, I just go to the end outside anything and I say, hey, let add will be equal to the UI application dot shared dot delegate. Okay, then you say as, because this one maybe have null, name it app delegate. So now instead of calling this line in my code in every activities, just I say add and boom, I'm done. Also, if you see, you just add this function for you. We will use it to save and read from the database. So instead writing UI application dot share it dot delegate dot present it dot view context. I could do simple word. I say let context equal, I have add, which represent app delegate, dot present, which is this one, present context dot context. So a really basic thing. So now, yes, whenever I want to call this one to save in the database, I just say write in my code context. And whenever I want to access to delegate in my application, I just say add, and bam, I'm done. Which is a really amazing thing you could get benefit from when you want to work with the database. So now I have everything, I think, ready. I could just start saving in my database. So what I designed before, I designed this UI to have this two field, then I click save. If you look here, what I have here, I have this button for save. So how I do save? Okay, to do save, first of all, I say, okay, let a new note. A new note will be an instance of my notes. If you see what the name of the instance here, my notes. So just if I just in my code saying, hey, my notes, he totally understand what I mean. He understand this is I mean that entity. So my notes will take input parameter, which is context. So if you say, hey, context, what the context? I would say this context. You know what I mean by the word of context. When I say context, I mean this word, this one, this context, which is this one, that I will use it to save to the database. Now, okay, I have this context. I could say context to save data. But before saving, my notes have number of entities, if you see it. My notes could have title, could have details, could have data saved. Okay, I would say, okay, new notes dot title. If you see, he asked for title. We'll take the title, whatever I have it here, and text title dot text. So whatever I have it here, mom, bring it to me and have it. Second thing, my notes, our new notes dot description or details should be, and I would suppose this one should be take from txtdes dot text. Bam, that's good. So now I have these two things. Also in new notes also could have the data add, so data save it. Also could have this one should be, I would say NS date, that will be enough. So saving, taking the current date of the phone. So NS date will get current date from the phone. Then when I'm done, I say save. So how to save? Okay, because I may have error here in the save, but before that you say, hey, NS date cannot be casted. So what's the error here? Okay, let me just suppose can say as date, so I will convert it to the date. So to convert NS date, just as date. So now I want to save it. So to save it, you say just say add dot save context. So from where I bring it add AD will represent this variable that I name it AD. Okay, so I say, hey, AD save context. So do you now get benefit? Do you understand why we use this one and this one? This is just summary. So add save context and context, and that is. So but because I expect may I have error here, so I say, hey, try to do this code. Okay, then catch the error for me if there is any error. So if there is anything, just say print cannot save. And if he was able to save it, please clean up these two buttons. So because why I need them? If I just save them in the database, I need to clean this one, and also I need to clean this one to be ready for the next process of adding. So really basic process. Do you see how much easy and simple and straightforward? It's a greeting object. Do you think if you was working with before cover data with iOS, it was really hard for you to save in the database, but now really easy process. You just consider the notes as object and you could save to it anything you would like. So now bam, oh, I think I have some layout issue before I run. So if you see, I don't see this one. Okay, let me just pin it to this top part with this one, just adding, hopefully. Okay, wait, sorry. I say vertical, not this one, sorry, horizontal one. So okay, now I just add this one for horizontal. Just make sure he show me the details. Hopefully now when I would try to save anything, he will be able to save that, and he show me save. So I know how he save. When he save, he clean everything. If he don't save, he will show me error message saying, hey, I cannot save it, or whatever the way that you believe is right. But I believe cleaning will be the right one. So I enter the title, visit dental, okay, or the description, want to visit dental for testing, okay, save. He clean everything. Because he clean everything, that means he saved them in the database. So go to school, okay, need the description, need to meet professor to discuss a new class, okay, save. When he did that means he saved. That is amazing. Now I was able to save in the database. Did you see how much the process is easy? Just to get review what we did. First of all, you just define the object that you want to define, which is minus, will have this 3 field. Then we went to the app delegate to define these 2 lines. Then to save the information, the process was really easy and straightforward. Just title, description, you just create object from minus as entity, you pass this variable, you click save, and boom, you're done. So here we done from saving. Let me go next for the listing. Again, let me start in this video design the UI for listing the notes. So to design UI for list note, I need to, when someone click on the button, he lists the note for me. So I need another view controller. If you see now I have only one view controller. So okay, let me look for view controller, which is this one, another view controller. Okay, just add it here. So this is my new view controller. I would make sure give it same color. So for my one, the one that I have, it should be in this way. That's good, because this UI, it needs a file that manage it. If you see, if you go to the design of this one, make sure select it, you have to add a class for it. Look like this one exactly, because this one, see, have a class named view controller that manage it. So this one also need class manage it. So to add a class to manage this one, you could do add a new file and you name it. You could name it a view. If you just look here, UI a view controller, and you could name it a view controller list notes. Okay, name of the file, and boom, create it for you. He will create this file for you, which is where he say when you want to add it. I want to add in the same place that I am in, so which is, hopefully he added here. So see, same that file that I have it before, just add some code I don't need for it, I just need to the did load. So the name of it, VL list notes, so I have to connect it with this UI. So make sure to click on the UI in the view and just go here and say class, the class that I wanted here, not the class, sorry, the model, hopefully. So see here, when I click on it, he say the class, which is view controller. So this one also should be class, which is VC. I don't know why he doesn't show me the one that I'm looking for. It doesn't show me the class. Why? I don't know why. View controller. I could say VC. I just search again for it. You know what? Strange. I don't know why he's not able to know which view controller. Oh, maybe you need to click on this one, on a view controller as a sign, so you would see it. So okay, you need to click on this one so you would be able to add the class. So now I said, hey, this list will connect it with that file. Now I need to add navigation bar. Okay, navigation bar in the top. Okay, same that list one. I could name it, I could write list notes. Okay, I would suppose this one have a button for back, for someone click back, so I add button, or navbar button, so someone click on back. Okay, back in this way. And also I have table view, so to show the list I need table view. So think about, you want to show list of notes, you need table view to list the notes. So I would add this table view in this way. Okay, and because this table view, we need, whenever you have table view, you need to have a cell inside it. So you have to make sure just drag and drop the cell inside it. So see, this is my cell inside table view. You could just maximize it in the way that you want, and maybe, boom, sorry, this is my table view, everything that I have in the table view. So yeah, this is my table view, this is my cell. I could start, this is table view, this table view cell, this is the content. I could manage this content in the way that I wanted to do anything with it. So let's get started and try to design the cell. So how you would like the cell should be, how should like the cell would appear? The cell would appear in this way. I would suppose I have text or label to show me the title of the news. Okay, and also I would suppose I would have a text view to show me the details of the notes. That is cool also. And I would suppose if I just try to increase the size of the notes one, I would suppose to have two buttons, one for delete, one for edit. So add button here for this one for delete. You could do it on this side, and you could add another button, you could add another button for edit. Just nice two buttons. Okay, this one for edit, so when someone wants to click delete or edit. So it's better to change the color for these buttons. I say okay, because this one should be edit, so I could do it with this color, but this one, because it delete, I would do it with red one, because I expect someone to delete something. And the inside color, you don't like it for sure to be green, so white will be the best color to show up. So edit or delete will be these both. Okay, sound to me cool, but it's just to be like the good design, try to do the good design. And this one also try to design everything like in the way that I want it, just increase font size or whatever. This one and this way. Okay, now it's all everything good for me. I designed this one. Just let me add the pen. So add this one 0 0 top 0, boom. If I select the table view now, just going to the table view, because you select whole thing, I just select it will be 0 from all the places, and then boom, pin it. And now this one is just a little bit strange for the title of the note and other things. So okay, the title of the note should be pinned from this side, this side, this side, 0. And the description should be pinned from leading, training, and vertical spacing. Boom, added. And these two should be pinned in the top. So first of all, this one should be pinned from this side and this side, and this one also should, and so it's better for changing the size for them, so they will not change. Hopefully the size will be like now I just fix the size, width and height, and also pom. Okay, this way. And this one also try to pin it from the top, and this side also I try to make it fixed for the width and height, so the size will not change. I don't know why I just get some error here in the padding, so let me just return back, Control Z for this one, Control Z again, Control Z, Z, okay, Z, here you go. So now first of all, let me just fix these sides, so I try to avoid anyone changing in their sides. So fix width, fix height. So
whatever the width of every one of them. Like for example, whatever you want to give them. Before that, let me just make sure the width of this one. Just click on it and say, hey, I want this one to be fixed width, fixed height, so I don't need to allow anyone to change the width of this object. And also I need this one to have fixed width, fixed height, so no one could change. Now okay, I would pin these. I say okay, I need this one to be pinned from this way, in this amount. That's cool, so you will not have any problem. And this one I want it to be pinned from this way and this way. Yes, maybe later on we will have some problem here in the UI. If we have, we will connect this one with the bottom one, so vertical spacing for bottom. So try to avoid anything with this UI design. So it's sound for me, everything is good for the UI design, so we could go to the next. But before that, when someone click on this button, I want him to move me to this activity. So make sure Control, hold it, I say show. Okay, now whenever anyone click on this button, he will bring me to this activity. And I need when anyone click on this button, he will bring me back to this activity. Click show. So we will fix some problem of the performance issue. But if someone click on this button, he'll bring me here. If someone click on this button, he'll bring me back. So this is just my start point for now. We will fix some issues. Maybe in design, we will see it when we add data and something else. So but just one final thing before I go, I just forget to say this is cell. So and because this is complete UI, this needs to complete file manage it. So to do that, I have to go here, file, okay, I name it CocoaPost, and this should be UI table view cell, and I should name it table view cell for what? For notes. Okay, make sure name it in this way, table view cell for the notes, and click finish, create this file for you. So make sure this one also you need it. And in addition to this one, this one is table view cell. In addition to this one, what I need to do else, I need to say, hey, this my notes, this is this activity I'm in, this is table cell. So if you go to the cell here, you would see you have to say which class you need to connect with. I need them to connect with table view cell, and I could give it any name like cell note. Okay, give it, this is important, we could access to it from the code. So I give it sorry, not this one, I should not the model, I give it this class name, and I have to give it U identifier, so I access to it, which is this one. Give it cell notes, this one. So this I could access to this cell in the code, and this one is my design. I think now I have everything ready. Hopefully now when I run, he show me everything but without data, so I could go to the next video and try to add some data in UI. So yes, I think everything cool. Maybe we'll have some design issue later on. We will fix it if we have, but I just make sure we have everything ready so we could go to the next video. So yes, this is what we have. So whenever you want to create a new view controller, you have to add class for that. When you have any table view, the table view have to have a cell, and this cell have to connect with a class. This is how it work. This is not me or you. This is how table view work. So for me, I think there is no problem. Even if there is a problem, we'll go on next video and try to fix it. So let's go to next. Hey again. In previous video, we complete from design the list for the data. So now you see here I could add, and when I click here I could see the list, but I don't have anything filling for these data. Now I want to fill these lists. If you see now the list is empty. So what I need to fill? I need, in the database we was saving three things. We was saving here the title, description, and data save it. So what I want to show here, this is the title, this is the description, and data save it. I didn't add label for data save it, so let me make sure I add it here. So it's a good point here for data save it. So add it here, just simple button, and I would say, hey, this button need to be pinned from this side and from this side. So just pin it, and make sure I didn't say it have specific amounts, could have any size with this button. So, but I would prefer to reduce the size of this button to this, and also make sure the font should be whatever italic if there is any italic. So just change the font, maybe bold if you like it, and this title change it to the bold will be also, because we need to show the title as a bold so people would understand, hey, this is title. So yes, here you go. I think everything now is good. So now just connect this one with the code. So to connect this one with the code, if I just click here and I click this one, remove it. So this is my UI. Okay. And what I have in my UI, this UI, if you see it as a cell, it have to be connected with this file, tvcell notes. We say that. So make sure if you go here and select from here menu automatic or manual notes app and select tvc notes, like in table view cell notes. Click on it. He will show you this one will should be represent the notes. So first of all, okay, say okay, wait, I need to connect my notes or this layout with that file. I say okay, this label should have a title. Say okay, txt title should be label li title, because I just want to show data. That's cool. This one should be li details, and this one should be li date, so showing the date, li date. Okay, I would not implement the edit and delete. I will implement them later on, so keep them for now. But if you want, okay, you could just drag this one here and say bu edit, so you just write the code later on and make sure okay, let me keep it for now. We will try to work on this one later on, so just this part. So here I will define function, and this function will name it set note, so he will add the notes inside these fields. So this one is supposed to take note, which is instance from class my notes. You know, my notes is just or complete single note class that he created for us to save the notes here. So my notes, so single instance from that class. You know what that have title, have details, and have saved data. Okay, same thing. I just say hey, this is the button, and you say hey, I have this label which is li date. Okay, say li date dot text will be equal whatever you have in the note dot date, save it. But this one have to be converted to the to the date. But wait a second, I will fix this part in a second. So let me just do it last part, li date. Let me first of all do li title, which is easy, dot text equal whatever I have in the note dot title. Okay, cool. And also I will have li details dot text will have whatever I have in the note dot titles. Now I have lasting date. I don't want to show the date directory in li date dot text. I could do it this way, call date or call note dot date, save it. But this is not the way that I want it. This will be long data time on other. I just need to format the code. So to format it, I say hey, let date format will be equal to date format. Okay, this is a class for formatting the data. Should be date formatter, which is this one, not data format. And now I want to format the date. I say okay, date formatter dot format, how I want to format the date. So I say dot date format. So you define how your string of the date you want to show, and show month, then day, then I want to show the year, then I want to show which hour and minute and AM or PM. So just I want, this is a way of how I want the data to be show up in UI. Then I say hey, I want to apply. Okay, let now will be equal to the data formatter dot string, which string take from date. So what the date I have it, I will get the data from the note. I say okay, notes dot date saved, then I convert it as a date because it's not date. So make sure convert as a date. So now, hey, this one will have a note. So okay, I could show the note now here. So the now here. So the idea would say, okay, what this mean? That's mean, okay, I don't like the way that how the data display in the database. I just do nice format it. So instead of showing it that way, I just do some changes in it, so I would see it in different way. So yes, I think now everything is cool. I don't think I have any problem. I could start showing the data. See here, he give me this is not error. He say, do you mean to use this one? I don't think there is any error here. He just complain about something. So yes, now I have the how to set these nodes. I just need to pass the data for that node. So let me go step by step and start to implement that part. So if you look here in the file for we see it for the main Stony for showing the nodes, which is this one. This one, if you click on it as a view controller, you know we already built this view controller and you say this connected with the view controller list nodes, and it have table view. So which is this one, view controller list nodes. So now in this view controller list node, I need to fold the table view. To fold the table view, I have to do first two things. I say UI table view delegate, and I also need UI table view data source, because I need to fold the table view with the data source that I have it, and I want to get the delegate for that table view to work with it. For sure he will give you error because he need from you to implement 3 methods. One of them, how many section you want to have in the table view. I would return 1 because I expect to have only 1 section in the table view. You may need more than 1 section. Sections like how you would divide the table view. If you normal table view now he have 1 section, put all these on 1 section, but sometimes you need section for settings, some section for advanced, something whatever you define like 2 section or 3 section. Now I need only 1 section because just list of nodes. So that is the second thing. What I need, he asked for number of row in the section. How many row in the section? I could not say row in this way, but I have to have a list of the nodes. So okay, let me define variable and name it list for the nodes that I will get it from the database later on. List nodes will be instance of a class of my nodes, list of array of the my nodes. I will follow it in seconds. So this one will return for us how many elements he have it in this class. So should be a count, not container, count. How many elements he have it in this list node that I will add in it. So okay, I defined, okay, I have 1 section, I have for example 10 elements in the list, in this one in the list. So there is a function named cell for row at this function. If this one returns 3, this function will call it 3 times. So when called for 0, he have what we have to do. For example, for first time, I have to take first element in the database, fill the cell with this data and push it inside this table view. Then second, 2, 3. So this is what I will do. I would say first of all, I need to access to that cell. Okay, I would say let the cell equal, which is instance of what? The cell. The cell should be instance from TV cell nodes. Should be instance from this class, table view cell nodes. How I could access to this one? Okay, to access to this one, I say okay, table view, which is this table view, dot what dq cell reusable cell. Then I say with identifier. So he asked me what is identifier I want to do. I give it the identifier. The identifier means the identifier of the cell. If you just go to the UI, you would see this cell. Is that right? This cell. Table view have this cell. If you remember here, we give it this cell, this identifier. We name it cell nodes. So you have to go back here. You say okay, the identifier should be cell nodes. Then the second parameter you said for the what? For the index path. Index path, which is this parameter that coming as an input. So where is it? Index path. This one there.
the parameter input. So these data need to be changed, to be casted. So I would cast it to the node cell. Why? Because TV cell nodes, which is this one. So now what I did, I say, hey, you have a cell. He say, hey, missing. Okay, what he missing? Just click on it here. What he is missing? Return. I will do return. So what I did is this. I define instance from the class TV cell, which is this one, this class. So which I could access to this event now. And also I say, hey, this class will be connected with this UI or this table view cell, this informations. So now I could fold this information. I will say, okay, how to fold them? The process is really easy. You say, okay, I have cell, say cell dot what? I have instance, a class name is set nodes. Is that right? You know that set nodes is the class, the method we defined here. We send him the node and he fill these data, fill that cell with the data. So okay, I said dot set nodes. I have to send him the nodes. From where I bring the nodes, you know that this is I have list of the nodes. Okay, list of the nodes for the index one. So I say index path dot row for that row. What that mean? That mean when here he give me 3, this one will call it 3 times. First time this row will be index path dot row will be 0, then index path dot row will be 1, then index row dot row will be 2. So when index path dot row will be 0, I will bring the first element from in this array and I will pass it to this cell. This cell, what he will do, you just set the element for the table for the cell and he will show it in the UI. How I could show it in the UI? Okay, not so complex. Just you say return the cell and boom, you're done, because this method expects you to return a UI table view cell, and this class is TV1, which is UI table view cell. So yeah, I'm done. So this is how the way you work with table view. Basically, you define how many rows you have, then you pass the list of the element count to this method. Then here you just communicate with the cell and just fill the data and push it. You done. Now one final method I have to do is just function for loading from the database. Okay, I say fun load nodes. So fun for load nodes. This function should be called automatically when someone start the application. So when the application started, I just have to load the nodes from the database. Okay, really basic process, just loading any nodes when someone start the application. But how I load the nodes from the database? Okay, I first you say let fetch, you say fetch request will be instance of ns fetch bam. See, I think I'm missing something. So first, because I need to work with cover data here, I need to import cover data here. Say, hey, import cover data, because I need to work with the cover data. So okay, first of all, I say, hey, ns fetch request. Then I pass him the class that I want to bring the data from it, which is my nodes. Then will be equal to the what? My nodes dot fetch request. So really easy process. You're saying, hey, I want you to fetch all the elements I have it in this class node. So nodes, my nodes is the class, which is represent, if you remember, to represent this class, this entity. I say, hey, bring all the elements you have from this entity. So the process is really easy. Just say -.fetch request. He will bring all the elements and he will add them in fetch request. Now, okay, I want to add this element in my list node. Now I define list nodes will be equal whatever I have in fetch request. You say, okay, fetch request, or you say context dot fetch, or for the request, whatever you have it here, fetch request. But this one expect maybe you was not able to get it, so make sure say do and try and do something like catch. So because you may be not able to access to the database, say print cannot read from database.
Okay, really basic process saying, okay, you define your fetch request, fetching from the database, you fetch all the element, add them in list view, and boom, you're done. Then if there's error, say error. But one thing you have to do, when you load the list in the list view, we need to tell the table view, hey, you are loading this data. So first of all, you have to go here in UI and saying connect table view with the code. So this is my table view. If you see it, I have to make sure to select the right file, which is table view notes, which is this file, and make sure here I connect to the table view, which is this one. Make control table view, boom. I name it table view notes list. Okay, this is just an instance from table view, so I could access it from the code. So when I create an instance from the table view, now I could go to the code here and I could access to that instance. So going here, after loading the data in list view, I have to tell the table view to reload the data. I say, hey, please reload the data. So whenever you update the array, you have to tell the table view to reload the data. But do you know what? We forget one thing. We said, hey, we will access to UI data source and UI table view delegate. UI delegate, we define the three methods that we want to access to. And also UI data source, we said how we access to the data source and reload the data. We forget to connect the table view with what? With this delegate. So now I have to go here in the form load. I say, hey, table view cell dot delegate should be the self, and table view dot data source should be self. Okay, and boom, I'm done.
Okay, now I think everything is set it up. So if I just run the application to make sure is everything went according what I want. So this notes you have to show me the notes, but I have a problem. What's the problem? Okay, going back here, constraint. I don't care about the part of the constraint, but more. I think here is this complaint, this key coding. He complain about the coding, and that means he has some problem and try to find the classes. So I understand the problem. Where is it? So if I just go here to my layout, I see this is my cell. Okay, this is the cell. Let me just remove everything as a class name, click enter, and also view controller as a class name, make it remove it everything. So now just from this view controller, I will just go here and I select VL list notes, and for my notes I will select same one, TV. He just has simple problem in Xcode to find out the classes. So hopefully here now everything will be good. So if you just click here, list notes, here you go. He showed me these notes. That's mean, yeah, I did my good job. I did good job. So I said, go to work. Okay, meet my manager to discuss new work. Okay, save. He save it. If I just click list, it will show me all the notes. Let's go to work, meet my manager, and this is the data and this everything. So yes, this is very basic application. So I think we did everything good. Only I didn't like the way of showing data here. Maybe you want to show it in another place. So let's go to the next video, and thank you for watching. Hey again, one of the biggest issue that people don't know about it is how the Swig works. So if you see, I have this one. He took me by Swig to this activity. Then click high. This one he turn me back. So people believe when they click here, he will see this activity. When you click back, that one will goes. Then we click again, that one will goes. But this is not the case. If you just click here, you would see how many active layout I have now. So if I just click here, you see how many active layout I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. So why 4? I have to have only one activity, only this one. Why he show me 4? Because when I click it on all nodes, he will show me the page on note. He create a new page, which is all nodes. When I click the Swig again, he create a new one, which is for add node. All node, add node, all node, add node. So which is not what I want. I want to have only one. Think about how many, if the user still continue playing with your application, how many pages you will have. that will have high effect of the performance of the application. So to avoid this work, you have to do this. You have to say, okay, I have my application. I think this layout bag, you will return me back to this one. So I don't need a Swig. So just remove the Swig. Then I say, okay, this one will connect it with the UI, with the page that related to it, which is, if I just go here, which is TV list notes, which is this one, and say, okay, this is bag. Okay, let me just click here and add it. I say BU bag, and make sure you create it as action. Then, bam. Then here in the action, you just dismiss this activity. You say, okay, really easy. This, and you give it two parameters. First parameter, animated. You could say true because I want it to be animated. And the second parameter, completion, give it null. So now this will be really better than doing by Swig. Why? Because the first one will create a Swig. First time you just create a Swig to move to this one. And this one, when you're done from your work, you click this one, he will dismiss the activity, he will remove it. So by the end, you will have only one active UI. So how I prove that for you? Okay, it's really easy. Just let me play with it and show you. So I click C bag, C bag, C bag. So how many I click it? Too many. So if I just click again bag, I should not have any layout. I have to have only one active layout, which is this one, which is that's right. So this is what I want to show you here in this video. So hopefully you understand it and you try to use the Swig only when you need it, and when the activity you done from the work with the activity, you have to dismiss it. You have not to create it as an active UI. So yes, here we done. Thank you for watching. See you next. Hey again, what I want to do in this video, I want to enable delete button. So I want when someone click on delete, I will delete the object. So this is a process will be a little bit complex to get understand. So let me show you. First of all, I have this button. So what I will do, I show this UI. I say, okay, this is my button, and let me go to the file that connected with this button, which is named TVC notes, and say, okay, let me just add this button here. I say BU, I name it BU delete. Okay, this is my button as outlet. Here you go, name it BU delete. So first of all, what I will do, so I will just go here to the code environment, which is for the list nodes. Here I am. So first of all, I say cell.bu delete, which is I didn't save it, so make sure to go back here again and say save. So when I go here, I could find bu delete. Say .bu delete .tag. I will tag it. Every button will give it a specific tag. The tag will represent the index path .row. So every button will have a specific tag. We understand that the tag is something give it unique for the button from the game of the tic-tac-toe. So now every button, every delete button will have the index of the object in the array. So this one will have 0, this one will have 1, this one will have 2, and go more. So now I need, when someone click on the button, I want to fire a specific event. So first of all, let me write the event. Okay, I will define function. Then I will name it delete bu delete press. Okay, this is my button, and I suppose this one will take sender or underscore. I could say sender, which is part from UI button, and bam, here I am. So let me just suppose I just printing for beginning. I just want to print you index. The row of the index will be what? Will be button tag. So I will say sender dot tag. Okay, just I want to show you the tags of the selected button. So whatever button he select, I will show you the tag of that button. Now, okay, I have this event. How I could make this button call this event? He need to listen to that event. You know how we did it by UI. So now we will learn how to do it by code. So okay, I will say cell dot bu delete dot I want to, what I will do, I would add tags or add target. So add target take 3 parameters. First parameter will be self. That means this activity. That means I will listen to button press in this activity. The third parameter will be UI control. So you could do it dot touch. This is just, you know why we use it dot? We use dot to represent the enum. So I say dot touch app insider, so inside, so which is this one, and this is the select button. Like I want, when someone click on this button, my action will be run this event. Okay, I will do it in this way. I say action, my action will be hash selector select, in this way, selector. So this selector is part from Objective C. So he take object at object. So how I make it call this function? Okay, really easy. The function name, what is the function name? The function name is button, and I make sure I don't send it anything for this button. So I do it in this way, colon, then this one. Okay, and I'll make sure, because this one need object, which is Objective C, so make sure here say at object, so he will understand it. So now I think everything will be fine, but here, because this is Objective C, this one have to have this column before it. So yes, I think now everything is good. So to make sure everything is good, let me just, he say unresolved BU button press. He say, hey, I cannot resolve this button BU button press. I think I know why, because I need to add space, I think, here before this one, so he will be able to understand what I'm doing. Yes, just doing in this way, space button sender, and this is how the way he write it. So maybe they will do some fix in this one later on, but this is the way for now. So yes, waiting for seconds, load the object. Yeah, now just click here, click delete, he show you 0. See, this one he show you 1. So whatever index select, give you the index of the item in the array. Okay, now let me show how we delete it. Okay, the delete process is really easy. You know, we have a context, so then you say delete object. What the object I want to delete? The object that have the row, which is this object. Okay, I say okay, delete this object. Which one? The one have this tag. So whatever the tag is coming here, which is have row index, please delete according that one. After I delete, what I need to do? I need for sure reload the notes again. So remove reload the notes again. So from the database. So really easy. Just taking the object that he press on, delete it, then reload the notes. So let me see if we will be able to do the delete operation. So here you go, click. So now I have this one. So click delete. See, he deleted. See, he no longer I have them. So if you want to delete more, yes, you could. So meet with Victor, delete it. So now I no longer have date with Victor. So yes, this is basically how we delete. The process really easy and straightforward. So here we're done. Thank you for watching, and see you next. Hey again. What I want to do in this video, I want to enable the edit button. I want to, when someone click on edit, I will take what I have here and do edit. So I think now we need to do some change in the UI. So what is the changes? First of all, the segue will not go from this one to this one, so remove it. My start tab will be this page. That's good. And this one should be the second one. So the application will start from this one. If you want to see more, let me just remove this button from here and add new button for add. So BU button, and make sure add it in this side. And I say this button should be add button. So you could from here you could select custom style and say, hey, this is add button. That is good. And I say when someone click on this one, please took me to this activity show. That is good. And this one should be the bag one. So this one should be bag. This one will have the bag. So look here if you have something bag or console, or yeah, if you don't see anything about the bag, just double click on it and name it bag. Okay, now I'm just reversing the work, so I would show you what I want to do. I said here, this is my bag button, this is add, this should be the bag. So the bag should connect it with the page of the adding. So if I just look here, for the add will be the view controller, represent for add, and I say, hey, this one should be goes here, and you now BU bag.
And you want you know, because oops, this is not a view controller. I'm not interested to have a view controller. I'm interested to have action. So make sure I'm not looking for this one. I'm looking for this one. So view bag, and make sure to be action, not outlet. So you know what we did in the previous page when we had the code for bag. I just copy that code, so saving my time. So if you see, here is it, and I have this one for performing the segue and delete it. So remove this code, go back to this activity for the add one, which is this list. Hopefully this is list. So let me go to the add. I say, hey, this is the page of add, and this perform. What is it? This, no, sorry, I think I did something wrong, because I will not delete the page for listing notes. So wait a second, I think I did some mistake in this page. So return this one back, return this one back. I will have to go first to this page, which have something for dismiss button, which is this one. Take it over and move it to main activity, which is view controller, first view controller, and say, hey, this is what I want to do. I just reversed the way of the how application works. So now he will start from the page of the listing. So I have button for add. You could click on it and add more object. Just helping you to understand how to change the startup. See, when I move it the segue to that page, so this page will be my startup page. So this is my startup page. This is my notes, and I could add notes, could go back, and that's what I want. So yes, this is all what I have for now. So let me just enable edit. I need, when someone click on edit button, I go to and edit the object. So let's do it step by step. First step, how to edit the object. I have to go here to the view controller, this page, and I suppose this page, which is, remove this one, will may receive object for the like edit notes, that the notes that I want to edit it should be this type from my notes. Is that right? Yes. And I suppose this one is not, is it null by default? So I suppose I have edit note. Now I want to send this edit note from where? I want to send it from the main activity to this page. So how I do that? First of all, let me go to this page, which perform the editing. So first, let me go to the storyboards, and I see this button. I need to enable it for editing. You know how to do that. First of all, just click that button and just make sure to go to the correct one, which is TVC cell, and make sure enable this button, which is BU delete. Should be, hopefully, just take it, control. This one should be BU edit. Okay, for editing. So connected as outlet. Boom, done. Going back to the view controller list notes. Okay, you see how we did this process for edit button. To copy this code, paste it down, and do it for BU edit. So for edit, so I cannot get BU edit because I need to save that one. I need to click Control Save, so he will be able to enable this one for me. So going back, this one should be BU edit. Okay, copy this code. This one also BU edit, but now I'm not calling BU press. I have to call another button, which is just copy this one, name it BU edit. So instead BU press, I'm calling BU edit. So when someone click on BU edit, what I have to do? I want to take my content and pass it to the second page. Okay, let's get started step by step. I need to take this object and pass it to the second page. So to pass object to the second page, I have to go to the layout and try to do some more work. This one will not move from this segue to this segue. So I will remove this one. I will say control. So from my view controller, which is, it is better to do it in this way. So from this view controller, I would go to that page. I didn't identify
from which one. I just say from this view controller I want to go to that page. Okay, now if you see, this is my segue. So this segue need to have identifier now, because I need to know which segue I use. Maybe I have more than one segue. So I say edit or add and segue. Okay, so now this segue doesn't have any identification for the process, just going from this one to this one. So now from the code I'm telling him what he have to do. Okay, so going to the code of listing. So when I do perform segue, there is a method will be called, this one, which is named prepare. So prepare will do the process for moving the segue. So when I say, hey, do this segue, this method will call it, and I'm sending it as a sender. I'm sending it this object, which is my notes. So what I will do is this. I say, hey, if the segue this way dot identifier will be equal to this one, which is edit or delete, that means I understand what you are meaning. You are meaning sending some object. So I will do this. I say, hey, if let the my notes, like I have a notes, which is equal segue destination as my notes. So if I have some note that I want to send, just do this process. Just say destinations, this one, destination, oops, said my notes, so will be equal dot the object. So this is not destination, sorry, this is not my notes. This should be the second object, which is this page, which is my view controller. So I could say add or edit. So I say add or edit page dot the object that I want to update it. If you remember in the add or edit page, if I save it, we added this object. So I say, hey, pass to this object the whatever you have it here as an item, which is which is the item, but I didn't say where is my item until now. So I have the segue, then I say if let, then okay, I just need to change this sender to item. So before doing this process, I say this. I say if let the sender, or should be my note, will be equal to sender. I just change the sender to specific to my note. Okay, so just change the sender to my notes. Okay, I just think that's simple mistake. So this one should be my notes, so I should pass the my note to the second page, and this one should be the view controller. So this one should be a view controller, which is this view controller. So I will do this. I say, hey, this is view controller, have this item. How I go to that view controller? First of all, I just say, hey, if the segue is that segue that I defined it first, then let me go to this page. So I need to get the segue, define that page. Then I define the notes that I want to pass it, and say, boom, go to that page. And that is. So he will go to that page with having this value as a note with him, or he will set that note. He will set that object in that page. This is for going using edit or delete. What if someone want to go using this one? Okay, I have to go same thing and go to my page, which is the TV list, and if you remember where the segue perform is this one. So I say, hey, control, I say add for the BU add, just go to the action, boom, BU add. So in the BU add, I also expect him to pass me same thing, some perform segue. But in the BU add, he performs segue, but he will not pass anything as a sender, so he will pass null. So now in this case, again, I'm going to the second page, but without any data. So just making sure I'm going, if I'm passing data, or I'm going without passing data, to make sure how we could do edit or delete.
So let me wait for seconds. Okay, now on this page, click on this one, he'll take me to this page without passing data. Again, if I click this one, you have to take me to that page with passing data. Now let me make sure from the data. If I just go here to this page, which is for view controller page, this edit or edit items. So I say, hey, if the edit item is not equal to null, that means there is a data in edit item. That means there's someone who sent me data asking me to edit them. So what I will do, so I cannot do it in this way, is not equal null. Is better thing is doing it this way. Say let note equal edit note. So now if the edit note is not null, he will go in this code. Same thing. So only this if it's not equal null, he will go to this code. So what I will do, I have these two things. You see them. Text description and text title. I need to update them. So in text description.text, I will add this text, this title, in the note, whatever I have in the note, and in the description, I say details. So now I think everything is ready. Just if you just submit and try to update whatever I want to update in the object, bam, he go here. So now if I just click edit, he have to pass all these data. See, he passed them for edit. If I just click add, he will go to the add page. So now I understand everything. Okay. I think I'm missing one final thing. So this is a new item. So let me just suppose it will be here, should be part from my note, okay? Which is by default will be variable. So this new item have two cases. Either I have edit process. So this new item will be not a new, will be edited item, so it should have the node value, else should have this case value. So I have other two cases, either edit or either I'm editing node that I have it already, or I create a new node for adding. So yes, this is the way how to do the process for creating node. Hopefully this is not the problem. Again, all these things I needed this for avoiding this. Fix this one also. Yes, I don't know why he read these both, but because this one is shown as readable objects, so make sure I add these things after it. So fix them. Yes, in this way. So because he suppose he have this item and it is like nullable value. So yes, run it and let me see if we will be able to edit any item. So meeting with Victor, click on it, meeting with Victor today. Okay, click save. Okay, now go back. I cannot see it as updated one because I don't have anything refresh my database or refresh in the list. So I have to just reload the application. So meeting with Victor today. That is amazing. I could delete it and I could do anything. So yes, this is what I want to share with you in this video. Hopefully you understand everything. Thank you for watching and see you next. So I have two issues. I want to fix them in this video. First one, when I click edit or add, when I go to the second UI, for example, this one, computer test, when I click save, he will not reload the page. He's still having this one unless I restart the application. So what I will do, I will fix this part. So how? First part, when you click on this page and you go to the second page, I will remove the first page from the loading. So I will go here, when this one on the segue, I say, hey, dismiss this page. I no longer need it. So go through and null. So now this pages will not be available, no longer available. Now if I just go back here, you see I go back using the code by using dismiss in this page. So now let me remove the dismiss and try to return by segue. So now what will happen when I go from here to here, he will remove this one from memory. When I go this one to this one, he will reload it. So he will call the event for load and he will load everything again. So someone like this one load event and he will load everything again. So now when you edit anything or add anything, you will see them directly in the UI, which is exactly what I look for. So if I just click edit, then test my ex, then save, then go back, test my ex. That's good. So this first part. The second part, I didn't like the UI, how it appear here. At least I want to add some edges. So I will search here for something named view and I will tell you what I want to do exactly. So just
add this button here, okay, then or this view here, and just cover my object that I want them to appear inside it. And also don't forget this one, I will move it to the top, so he will show he will show it after them again in this way. Then now what I will do, if you see, this is my cell, this is my content view. So if I just go to the content view that I have it here in the properties, and I change the background to the same that background, now it's on to something. This is my view, which should show too much. I need to add some padding in the top. Now what I will do, I select my page and I remove every clear the constraint. Okay, so I will not keep any constraint, and then I would say add missing constraint. Okay, he will add all the missing constraint again. So I just cleaning everything and ask him to add all the constraint again. So just work with the new way. So here it is. This is the ticket. See how I just left from all the side specific place. It is better to make this one, this background for view, not this color. I would select another color, which is like a mostly gray one, which is like someone you people feel it as background. If you don't know how to get the gray one, you could go here and look for D4, D3, D3, which is this color. So this color, I think, will be better for background any post look like Facebook posts. So see how you just leave to the background, which is look fine. Okay, sound cool, and everything went according to what I want. So here we done. Thanks for watching. See you next.